Big's boy, as I have said, came round the corner. He was evidently in a great hurry when he first dawned upon the vision. But on catching sight of Harris and me, and Montmorency and the things, he eased up and stared. Harris and I frowned at him. This might have wounded a more sensitive nature, but Big's boys are not, as a rule, touchy. He came to a dead stop, a yard from our step, and leaning up against the railing and selecting a straw to chew, fixed us with his eye. He evidently meant to see this thing out. In another moment, the grocer's boy passed on the opposite side of the street. Big's boy hailed him. "Hi, ground floor, 42 a moving." The grocer's boy came across and took up a position on the other side of the step. Then the young gentleman from the boot shop stopped and joined Big's boy, while the empty can superintendent from the Blue Post took up an independent position on the curb. "They ain't a-going to starve, are they?" said the gentleman from the boot shop. You want to take a thing or two with you," retorted the Blue Post. "If you was a-going to cross the Atlantic in a small boat." "They ain't a-going to cross the Atlantic," struck in Big's boy. "They are going to find Stanley." By this time, quite a small crowd had collected and people were asking each other what was the matter. One party, the young and giddy portion of the crowd, held that it was a wedding and pointed out Harris as the bridegroom, while the elder and more thoughtful among the populace inclined to the idea that it was a funeral, and that I was probably the corpse's brother. At last an empty cab turned up. It is a street where, as a rule, and when they are not wanted, empty cabs pass at the rate of a 3-minute and hang about and get in your way. And packaging ourselves and our belongings into it, and shooting out a couple of Montmorency's friends, who had evidently sworn never to forsake him, we drove away amidst the cheers of the crowd. Big's boy shying a carrot after us for luck. We got to the Waterloo at 11 and asked where the 11:05 started from. Of course nobody knew. Nobody at Waterloo ever does know where a train is going to start from, or where a train, when it does start, is going to, or anything about it. The porter who took our things thought it would go from number 2 platform, while another porter with whom he discussed the question had heard a rumor that it would go from the number 1. The station master, on the other hand, was convinced it would start from the local. To put an end to the matter, we went upstairs and asked the traffic superintendent, and he told us that he had just met a man who said he had seen it at number 3 platform. We went to number 3 platform, but the authorities there said that they were sure it wasn't the Kingston train, though why they were sure it wasn't they couldn't say.